What up, guys? This is Yoli from We Talk Maple, or Josiah, if you guys know me from by that name, whatever. Yesterday I tweeted out, should I make a video about my first date? And you guys are like, yes, yes, you should. So here it is. But before I get to that, in this video, I am with El Killer Ninja L, or Eli, and Mr. NewbieTube, or Peter. And we're fighting both bodyguards, bodyguard A, bodyguard B, and we're going to kill the boss, which is awesome. Which it's really just Eli. I didn't do anything. I keep getting stunned in 1-1, so I was like, screw this. But anyways, yeah, we killed the boss. So, the story of my first date. Just a little backstory to the story, actually. It happened last year. And that isn't to say, like, you know, this is the first time I had any, you know, pleasurable experience, if you know what I'm saying. But it was like the first time I was like, yeah, this is a date. This is gonna be a date. I was like, this is the first time I felt like that, you know. And I was kind of excited and whatnot. But yeah. So the backstory being that I knew this girl from grade 9, and like we knew each other since like the first year of school. First year of high school, at least. And I was kind of friend zoned. I was friend zoned super duper hardcore. Like, I was there was no escaping that friend zone, even though I guess I kind of did. But yeah, I was in the friend zone, and it didn't really bother me. Like, I liked her, but I wasn't like, you know, like, oh man, god damn it, friend zone. I wasn't mad when she was with another guy or anything. I was just like, oh yeah, you know, I'm friend zone. What do you expect? Like, it didn't bother me that much, you know. So I didn't really care. I didn't really care. Like, it's just like, whatever, you know. She's if something happens, I guess it happens. And I guess that's kind of everyone's mentality, every guy's mentality in the friend zone, except if they actually like really like her. Like, if a guy's in the friend zone, they're kind of like, you know what, if it happens, it happens. Just wait for that opportunity. But it never really comes. I'll tell you right now, it doesn't come unless you do something. But yeah, anyways, I was in the friend zone, and I didn't really care if she liked me or not. I was just like, whatever, friend zone, whatever. I don't really care. That all kind of changed after the summer, where like from grade 10 to 11, because this is just a testament to how shallow some girls can be. During that summer, I worked out every day. I ran, I ate right, and I lost a lot of weight, and I looked freaking amazing. I looked freaking deezed. I was like ripped. It was amazing. I looked ripped, but it was really the same muscle, or maybe a little bit more, but it was relatively the same muscle mass. But I just looked bigger because I lost weight, and like it just, I don't know, I looked better. Anyways, and that's when her friend came up to me. And said, "Oh, this girl likes you," and I'm like, "Oh, what a coincidence! What a coincidence!" No, I didn't think that at the time, but yeah, she came up to me. And she's like, "This girl likes you," and I was like, "Wow, awesome! That's awesome!" And you know, kind of because I was like, you know, in the friend zone, I didn't want to like, you know, ruin it. I guess that's kind of like everyone's like kind of thought in the friend zone. They're like, you know, what if she says no, or I guess, like, or what if he says no, or what if she says no, type deal. Like, you know, this could ruin it. And I was just like, yeah, this could kind of ruin it. And then her friend kind of convinced me and whatnot that you know, she liked me. But eventually, I'm just like, yeah, let's do this, type deal. I was like, yeah, let's do this. We got this. And I asked her friend, the friend who told me that she liked me, I asked her, like, you know, what should I do? How should I go about asking her out? And she's like, oh, just tell her that you like her, and she'll say she likes you, because she won't feel like, you know, I guess pressured or whatever. And so I phoned her, and I'm like, yep, I like you. Let's go out, whatever. And she's like, yeah, I like you too. And then eventually we fixed the date, which was Tuesday at Tim Hortons. That was the date. And I was pumped. I'm like, yeah, Tuesday, Tim Hortons, let's do this. And I remember going to sleep that night going like, Tuesday, Tim Hortons. Tuesday, Tim Hortons. Tuesday, I'm going, like, in my head, I was like, yeah, let's do it. I was so happy. And then, I think that we talked on a Thursday, and Friday came along the next day, obviously, because Friday comes after Thursday. And we're at school, and I'm like, hey, we talking in the halls, whatnot. We had that, like, short little conversation you have with your friends in the halls. And we didn't really talk about the date. We just like, yeah, we just had a conversation. And then Saturday came along, and we talked on the phone, and we're like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Didn't really talk about the date. Sunday came along, on the phone. Didn't really talk about the date, whatever, you know, blah blah blah. Then Monday came along, and we're in school, and I'm like, hey, are you ready for tomorrow? And she's just like, yep. And I'm like, okay. And we kind of went on our way. And then Tuesday came along, and I'm like, hey, you ready for today? And she's just like, what's today? And I'm like, oh, oh. I'm so mad. I looked at her, and I'm like, what do you mean, what's today? And then she's just like, what's today? And I'm like, oh my god. I was so pissed. I was like, oh, what do you mean, what's today? I was so mad. I was so mad. And she walked away, and I walked away. I was like, God, I was so furious. I was so mad. And she's so next day comes, and the friend who gave me her friend who gave me advice on how to ask her out and whatnot. She comes up to me and she's like, "Oh, how was Tuesday, or how was the date?" And I'm like, "She forgot," and she's just like, "What?" And she was like surprised and shocked. She's like, "What? She likes you and everything." And then I'm like, "Yep, I don't know. I guess it's her fault, whatever." And like at this point, I didn't want to go with her. Like, how do you forget? How do you forget? And I didn't want to go out with her. That was just it. I didn't want to go out with her anymore. And she was just like, "Oh my god, I feel so bad." And you know what? I'll talk to her. And I'm like, "No, don't talk to her. There's no point. Like, I don't want to go out with her, whatever." And I guess she did. She did tell her, because she came up to me, I think, on a Wednesday. I'm not sure. These dates are like all speculation, really. I'm not sure. I don't remember the actual days of the week. I do know it was Tuesday, though. I think it must have been a Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure. That she came up to me, like the girl I asked out. She came up to me and she's just like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And she was like being all apologetic and stuff. She was like all sad, and she's like, "Oh my god, I didn't remember. Oh my god, I'm so sorry." So I'm like, "Okay, whatever. It's okay. Don't feel bad." And then she's just like, "No, we have to go out. Oh my god, I feel so bad." And I knew out right away that this was gonna be a pity date, and it was more for her, just so that she could just kind of like go like, "Oh, she apologized in a way, like she's going out with me to apologize." So I'm like, whatever. I'll do this so that you don't feel like a terrible human being. So then I think I don't remember that date. I don't remember when that was supposed to be, but it happened during school week, and or during the school week, during the week, and it was Tim Hortons again, and we're walking there, and her friend lives like on the way, or maybe past Tim Hortons, right? So like Tim Hortons would be like the stop, and then her friend would keep going. That's what I was assuming. And we go to Tim Hortons, and her friend comes in, and it wasn't like her friend was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come in." She invited her to come in, and that pissed me off so much. I'm like, I'm sitting there at Tim Hortons, I have my hot chocolate. I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god. I was so mad that she brought her friend, and I don't know. It was just sitting there, and it was just a conversation. I was just like, whatever, She obviously doesn't know what she's doing. So it was just a conversation that we were just talking about whatever. And then we walked to her friend's house, and she was going to her friend's house anyway, so we kind of like hugged, and she wanted to kiss me. I was just like, "Nope, not having this, not having this." And she just we kind of just hugged, and I went home, and she went home, or not home, but she went to her friend's house. And I never talked to her. Oh, I did talk to her. I've talked to her recently, but yeah, we didn't go out after that because I'm like, no, it's not happening. But I guess that's it. That's kind of it. Like, nothing ever happened between us besides that. We're still kind of friends, I guess. We're like, we're not really close, but I guess we're friends. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of the whole story of my first date. I guess it wasn't even a real date, but it was. I got my hopes up, and just absolutely just crapped on my hopes. Curse you, women. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and peace.